Welcome back. It is day 13. That is right, I've made it to day 13 of being delusional. My name is Chase if you're joining for the first time, and I'm doing 30 days of delusional actions to become a new version of myself. So doing things that I normally wouldn't do, like getting up early, walking, affirmations, journaling, yoga, meditation, just trying to get myself into a new version of me and get to know myself a little bit more in my 20s, because your 20s can be all over the place, confusing, whatever you want them to be. I am a interior detailer, world traveler, yoga teacher, house sitter. I'm doing all the things right now because I'm figuring out what I love in life and deciding where I want to go, where I'm headed. And that leads me to today's video of why there is no wrong decisions in life, ever. And that's what I live by. Because for the longest time, I always felt like I was making a wrong decision if I didn't do something. And I was put so much pressure on myself to figure out the perfect decision for me, to set me up in life. And so one of the biggest decisions was deciding not to go to school. And is that right and is that wrong? How about there is no right or wrong and there's just your life? You are creating it. And when you make a decision, that is either going to lead you to where you want to go, or it's going to teach you a lesson and help you become stronger for wherever it is that you are going. I believe that I'm constantly being guided to the next thing in my life, and that my life is working out perfectly for me, my purpose, my story. And everyone's story is going to be different. But in your 20s, everybody goes into so many different things, and I felt a little left behind deciding not to go to school and taking a year off. 4 years later, I didn't go to school, and I'm running a business right now, and I would have never thought I would be here. But I'm loving my life right now, and I have the freedom to plan my schedule and explore the world. I've traveled to over 23 countries, and it has led me to so many beautiful things in my life by deciding that there was no wrong decision for me. I just had to make a decision and see where that led me. And some of them were great, and other things I was like, this isn't for me. This is a great lesson. What can I learn from this? So instead of looking at the decision you've made as this is wrong, what did I learn from making this decision? And if you get stuck, like analysis paralysis, because you're just analyzing every little thing that you did, that can cause a lot of stress for you that you don't need, because your life is working out perfectly for you. And so I have to remind myself that if there's two options, the one I choose is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And there's always a chance to go back and go to the other decision or the opportunity. If I want to go back to school, it is always going to be there for me. But right now, I'm enjoying my life how it is. And I'm open to welcoming new opportunities always. And I know that if I make that choice to go do that thing, I'm going to learn and I'm going to grow because I'm open to that. But if you start to beat yourself up like, oh my gosh, I knew I shouldn't have made that decision, that was the wrong thing for me, then that's just going to cause you more headache than you really need. And so another big decision, which I had to this was when I was working through this, is it right or wrong? I left my job and I lived in my truck for 2 months, which I thought that I was going to have it figured out and move out west in Canada and go get a job, go get a boyfriend, and that didn't happen. So I was kind of like, what am I doing now? Do I go back to my old job? And I didn't want to go back to my old job because I felt like I was failing because I had quit and I left and I thought that I was done and I was moving on to the next thing in my life. And I wasn't. I was lost. I didn't have much money when I came back home. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do now. So I was scared to go back because I thought, am I just going to go back into what I already know? I felt like I already left, but I did go back for a whole other year. And I realized that there was more lessons to be learned at that job. And so I was willing to go back and continue to grow in that position that I was in and meet more people and really ask myself, what is it that I wanted? And that gave me the time to think. And I'm really grateful for that job, that I was able to come back and regroup. And then by the time that year was up, I knew for sure in my heart that I didn't want to be there anymore. And so I was scared to let go in the first place completely. And I was scared to go out on my own because I was worried that I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. I wouldn't all of the thoughts came up and I'm like, is this the wrong decision? Is it the wrong decision to go back? Is it the wrong decision to quit my job when I need the money? And I realized I have the power to figure it out. No matter what decision I make, my soul knows what it's doing. And I have to trust that and lean into that when I don't know. And so I was happy to quit my job. When I finally did it, I was like, wow, that was such a weight that I had been ignoring myself. And I had to grow into a different version of me who runs my business today, who shows up differently, who's able to make enough money to keep my lifestyle going. And I would have never been able to get to this point if I didn't get over my fear of making the wrong decision. And so many times you think you're going to mess up your life and you can't. There is nothing to mess up. This is the life that you're creating. And I grew so much from going back that year, and I was okay to go back for a year. And I've also grown so much in this year being self-employed, running my business. And even now that I'm deciding to go to Australia, there's that fear of like, is this the right decision to make right now? Do I have enough money? Is this the right time? Should I wait till I'm in a better position? And the truth is no. Because if I go to Australia and I go broke, then that's the experience that I need to experience when I'm 22. Or other things might happen. It might be the best trip of my life. You don't know until you make that decision. So if you are struggling to make a decision right now, whether it's to switch your program in school, quit your job, book that ticket to go travel, there are so many big decisions in our life. If you are on the fence about something, just make a decision and know that it's working out for you perfectly, and you will find exactly what you need in that decision. So don't be scared to do what you are called to do. Follow your heart, create a life that you genuinely love, and that's what I'm on the path to do, and hopefully inspire other people to create a life that they love, that they're excited to get up, because I know there was times where I didn't love what I was doing and I didn't want to get out of bed and I would sleep until 2 p.m. And now I'm getting up at 6 a.m., working out, loving my life, and creating something that is mine and putting my energy into where I want it to go. And it's completely possible for you as well. So thank you for tuning in for day 13 of being delusional. And I'm excited to see what the next couple of weeks. I've already seen a huge shift in my life and just showing up differently for myself. And if you want to join along, you can always start your 30 days or 10 days. Like, start small, create little habits for yourself, and go make that big decision that you're thinking of. And I promise you, you won't regret it, because you will learn exactly what you need to learn. So, bye guys.